Hi there, Suranga from English Wind, and today it is total immersion. Total immersion is going completely to the target language, to the English language. So you have to be immersed, you have to go into the target language. Then you learn the language perfectly, naturally. That is what is happening. ඒක තමයි ඔබට සිංහල ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට දිගටම සිංහල ඇහිමෙන් තමයි ඔබට ඉංග්‍රීසි කතා කරගන්න අමාරු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මොකද ඔබ සිංහල පාදක කරගෙන යන්නේ. ඒකද සිංහලෙන් ඉගෙන ගත්තට කමක් නැහැ. ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්ම යන තැනකටත් යන්න ඕන තරම් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ මටීරියල්ස් තියෙනවා ඒවට යන්න. මමත් දැන් මේ වෙන විට වීඩියෝ 120ක් කරලා තියෙනවා total immersion මුළුමනින්ම කතන්දර ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන්. ඒවටත් ගිහින් බලන්න. එහෙනම් අද කතන්දරයට අපි යන්. That is London fog. This is about the fog in London. You know what London is? Maybe you have no idea what fog is. Fog is actually a sort of a cloudy appearance on earth. Usually you can see clouds in the sky. Okay, I can see clouds, white clouds in the sky. But there are times in the morning, you know, that a cloud-like appearance, a cloud-like something, very tiny water droplets come down from the sky. That is it. So then when it basically covers the earth just like a blanket, just like a sort of a yeah, blanket, we call it a blanket. So then you cannot see properly. In daytime you can see everything in your garden, but when there is fog or when there is mist you cannot see. So that is what we call fog. Fog is sort of a misty appearance, so you cannot see through the environment. You cannot see the plants and everything. There are lights called fog lights in the bumpers or the buffers of vehicles, so that they can go through fog. Okay, you know what fog is. It's a very foggy day in London. This day is really foggy. So now you have the idea that when there is a fog, foggy means there is fog, foggy, not Maggie. So foggy environment. So London is, it's a very foggy day in London. That means you can see fog in London in the morning or whatever. So that you cannot see properly the things, the buildings, the vehicles moving or whatever, you can see properly. It is a very foggy day in London. The fog is so thick that, thick, very strong fog in the way we call it. The fog is so thick that it is impossible to see more than a foot or so. More than a foot. Foot means feet, foot, you have the idea. 12 inches, foot. You can see only a distance of 1 foot through the fog. When you go to that particular place, you can see another foot. When you go to that particular distance, then you can see another foot. You cannot see properly. It's a very foggy day in London. The fog is so thick that it is impossible to see more than a foot or so. Buses, cars and taxis are not able to run and stay by the side of the road. Buses, cars and taxis are not able to run. They cannot run, they cannot move. So therefore they have stopped everywhere. Buses, cars and taxis are not able to run and they stay by the side of the road. They stay, they are not moving side of the road. People try to find their whereabout on foot, but they lose their way in the fog. Aha. People try to find their way about. People basically try to find their way. Way about means, I mean, in that particular area. People try to find the whereabout. Whereabout means moving here and there. They try to find the way, their destinations, where they want to go, but it was really difficult. So people try to find their whereabout on foot, on foot. On foot means going this way, on foot. But they lose their way in the fog. They lose they cannot find the way, they lose. Mr. Smith has a very important meeting. Mr. Smith, the character here in the story is Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith has a very important meeting. How can he go? He has a very important meeting today and it is really foggy. He cannot find way about in this fog. So how can he approach, how can he go to that particular place away in the fog? Mr. Smith has a very important meeting. He tries to walk there but finds he is quite lost. Lost. He found he was lost. He tries to walk there, he tries to walk there, he tries to go to the place where he wants to go, but finds he is quite lost. Lost means you cannot find. You would say, excuse me, hello, guy, I'm lost. Please help me to go to the place I want to go. Please help me to go to the Ceylon Bank. I'm lost here. Lost here means you cannot find the way. He tries to walk there but finds he is quite lost. He is lost. Suddenly, patapatas, suddenly he bumps into a stranger. He bumps into a stranger. Bumps into can be he meets. Oh, here he bumps into means he hits somebody in the fog. Woof, bumps into, bump. He bumps into a stranger. Stranger is a person who has no idea who that is. Now, for example, when you go to town, there are strangers. If you know people, Siripala, Gunapala, they are your friends or your neighbors or somebody you know, they are not strangers. But if someone comes and talk to you, excuse me, I want to go to the Ceylon Bank. Could you kindly tell me where it is? He is stranger. Because you have no idea. You have no idea what the name is. You have no idea where he is coming from. You have no idea where he is going. Stranger. Stranger means somebody you have no idea who is. Suddenly he bumps into a stranger. Bub, 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 bub. You can see them properly. Can I help you? The stranger asks. The stranger asks, can I help you? Not Mr. Smith. Stranger asks, oh, can I help you? Yeah. Mr. Smith says he wants to get to the Houses of Parliament. Houses of Parliament. He said he wants, he mentioned the place. He wanted to go to the Houses of Parliament. Yeah. Houses of Parliament. Somehow he said that where he wants to go. Yeah. The stranger offers to take him there. Offers means he says, okay, I can do that. Offers willingly. I mean, he likes to help Mr. Smith. The stranger offers. That is, he says, okay, I can do that willingly. Ah, yeah, okay, don't worry. I'll take you to the place where you want to go. Yeah, to the Houses of Parliaments. Don't worry. The stranger offers to take him there. Mr. Smith thanks him. Oh, thank you very much. And they start to walk. Mr. Smith met a stranger, bumped into a stranger, and he said, sorry. Then stranger asked, can I help you? Mr. Smith said, yes. The thing is, actually, I want to go to the Houses of Parliament. The stranger says, okay, don't worry. He offers. And stranger says, okay, we can go there. Mr. Smith thanks him and they start to walk. The fog gets thicker. After some time, the fog is becoming thicker and thicker and thicker. It becomes thick, more and more thick, become thicker. So you cannot see even the stranger. You cannot see the stranger even because really a thick fog. But the stranger has no difficulty in finding the way. But stranger perfectly moves around, goes around. Yeah, wonderful. Mr. Smith thanks him and they start to walk. The fog gets thicker, but the stranger has no difficulty in finding the way. He finds it easy to go, walking around. He goes along one street, the stranger goes along one street holding that guy. Now you can see the stranger is going. Can you see that? The stranger is going with Mr. Smith. Yeah. The stranger offers to take him there. Mr. Smith thanks him and they start to walk. The fog gets thicker, but the stranger has no difficulty in finding the way. He goes along one street, turns down another, turns down another, going to another street, crosses a square, crosses an area, yeah. Crosses means going across it, yeah. Crosses a square, and at last they arrive at the House of Parliaments, Houses of Parliament, yeah. Finally, they arrived at the Houses of Parliament, the place where Mr. Smith wanted to go. So far, the stories, it was a fog in London. Mr. Smith wanted to go somewhere, but he found he was really lost because there was a very thick fog, and suddenly he bumped into a stranger, and stranger said, "May I help you?" And Mr. Smith said yes, and then they went, and even though the fog becomes thicker and thicker and thicker, stranger found no problem. Yeah, it was not really a disturbance to this guy, and I think a wonderful person, yeah. Finally, they came to the place where Mr. Smith wanted to reach. Mr. Smith wanted to go, that is Houses of Parliament, yeah. Mr. Smith, yeah, square, and at last they arrive at the Houses of Parliament. Mr. Smith can't understand how the stranger finds his way. Oh, wonderful. Mr. Smith tries to find. Mr. Smith had no idea how he did it, and he found the way. Mr. Smith can't understand how the stranger finds his way. Mr. Smith cannot understand how he finds the way. It's wonderful, he says. Who says? Mr. Smith says. It's wonderful, he says. How do you find the way in this fog? Mr. Smith asked that guy, the stranger. It's wonderful, he says. How do you find the way in this fog? How do you find the way in this fog? How do you find the way so precisely, so perfectly? How did you find the way? How did you manage to come to this place? Stranger said, it's no trouble at all to me. It's no trouble at all to me. It's not really a problem to me. It's no problem to me. Not at all. Not at all means that is perfectly okay. Yeah. It is no trouble at all to me, says the stranger. Why? It is no trouble at all to me, says the stranger. I am blind. That stranger is a blind person. When blind people go here and there in London, London or wherever, you know, they find their way irrespective of, without thinking about whether there is light or not. Because they need no light to find the way. Oh. That was really interesting. So Mr. Smith must have been thinking about how he is going through this thick fog, but finally he got the answer. They are blessed in a way. Even though they are blind, they are blessed in a way. That is it. That is the thing. So they basically are focusing, using the senses available, maybe by hearing, by touching things or whatever. So then when they are quite familiar with the environment, they move about. That is it. Yeah. So if you like this story, please subscribe and share and comment. Bye.